Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah. Alhamdulillah. Salatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Allahumma la sahla illa ma ja'altahu sahla. Wa anta taj'alul hazna idha shi'ta sahla. Ahlan wa sahlan. Wa marhaban bikum. I welcome you all to the class of Durus al-Lugha al-Arabiyyah. لغير ناطقين بها. And today, inshallah ta'ala, we'll continue from lesson number 6, part 2, inshallah ta'ala, where we are doing Ismu Zaman and Ismu Makan. And we did the main lesson as well as the questions. So let's begin. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Kalimatu maw'id. The word maw'id, ma'khudhatun. It is taken, ma'khudha is taken. Akhadha ya'khudhu, ma'khudh is the ismul maf'ul. Ma'khudhatun muannas because kalima is muannas. Ma'khudhatun, it is taken min wa'ada ya'idu. It is taken from wa'ada ya'idu, to promise. Wa'ada ya'idu liddalalati ala zaman al-wa'd. To show, to indicate, dalala, to indicate, ala zaman al-wa'd, to indicate on the time of promise. Maw'id. Because it is bab daraba, it is maw'id. Aw makanihi. Or it could also mean its place also. So the same form, maf'il pattern, is the same for makan or zaman. Right? It's the same for makan or zaman. Wa tusamma isma zamanin. And it is named as isma zaman. إذا كان للدلالة على الزمان واسم مكان إذا كان للدلالة على مكان. And it is named Ismu Zaman if it is pointing towards time. And it is called Ismu Makan if it points towards place. إذا كانت للدلالة على المكان. اسم الزمان اسماها اسماني dual. اسم الزمان والمكان اسماني. So the two اسم الزمان and makan are two nouns اسماني مصوغان للدلالة على زمان الفعل, are formed to show the time of the action, zaman al-fa'l aw makanihi. Right? So how do you make? You just make maf'il or maf'al to show the time of the action or its place. Masughan is, it is made, saga yasughu, like qala yaqulu, masugh, ismul maf'ul. It is made. Wa yusaghani, this is majhul. Saga yasughu, yusaghu. And dual, yusaghu, yusaghani. And they are made min al-fi'l al-sulasi al-mujarrad. They are made from fi'l sulasi mujarrad ala wazni, on the pattern of maf'al bi fath al-ain. They made on the pattern of maf'al bi fath al-ain nahwa maktab. Right? Kataba yaktubu maktabin. And then maf'il also bi kasri al-ain, with giving a kasra, nahwa mawqif. Waqafa yaqifu mawqif. The standing point or place, parking spot, mawqif. Mawqif is sayyarat, right? We had it in the lesson. وَيَأْتِيَانِ. Why kasra? Or waqafa yaqifu. Not always kasra. If it is, he's giving the reasons. It will come fatha, two reasons, yeah, and kasra, two reasons. Not always kasra, sometimes fatha and sometimes kasra. Naam. So when does it come with fatha and when does it come with kasra? There are some reasons. وَيَأْتِيَانِ عَلَى وَزْنِ مَفْعَلٍ, and it comes on the pattern of maf'al with a fatha. إِذَا, if كَانَ الْفِعْلُ نَاقِصًا, if the fi'l is naqis. Remember naqis, right? Book 2, naqis. Nahwa, for example, majran. Majran is the place of running. Jara yajri majra or majran. So this is naqis, right? Masha yamshi, mashyan, majran. Place of walking or place of running is majran. So the first reason is to get a fatha if it is naqis, right? Blindly, if you get a naqis, put it sa'a, yas'a, mas'a. Mas'a is used for the sa'i between Safa and Marwa. right? The tawaf and the sa'i, it's called mas'a. Mm. So you'll find boards written, right? Ilal mas'a, to the mas'a. Ilal mataf and ilal mas'a. طاف يطوف مطاف and سعى يسعى مسعى. أو كان المضارع مفتوح العين أو مضمومها. If the مضارع is مفتوح العين or ضم مضموم, that is باب فتح or باب نصر, right? Make it مفعل, because obviously if the bab itself doesn't have a kasra, how can you give a kasra? نحو ملعب, right? So min لعب يلعب. Or bab samia also, of course. Bab samia also. See laibu. So what you will do is, how do you make playground? You drop this, put a meme, and you leave the fatha where it is, right? You cannot give it a kasra. Mal'ib, you cannot do that. Because the bab itself doesn't have a kasra, how can you give? So mal'ab, playground. La'iba yal'abu. Maktabun min kataba yaktubu. Right? Kataba yaktubu, bab nasara, of course. So if it was dhamma also, they should have actually made it maktub. But no, even if it is dhamma, we'll give it a fatha, maktab. It's easier to pronounce. Yeah, make from present tense. Yes, naam. No, not with mu. Ma, fatha, maktabun, fatha. وَيَعْتِيَانِ عَلَى وَزْنِ مَفْعِل. So these are the two reasons, yeah. If the ain has fatha and dhamma, or bab, it is naqis, the fi'al naqis, a weak verb. A weak verb, then you do it with a fatha. أو على مفعل. If it is مفعل, when do you give it a kasra then? كان الفعل الصحيح الآخر مكسور العين في المضارع. The verb is صحيح الآخر. That is not a weak verb. And it has maksur al-ain. The ain kalima is, yeah, normal one. Sahih al-akhir means the ending is sahih. It's perfect. And it is maksur al-ain. It has the kasra, the ain kalima has a kasra. Fil mudari'i, in the mudari, nahwa majlis. Min jalasa yajlisu. Min jalasa yajlisu. Majlis. A place of sitting. Majlis. Majlis. Yeah. Here it is, no? Majlis. Here. Majlis. For the previous ones, they gave examples, right? Mal'ab here and maktabun. It's written here. Mal'ab and maktab. And here it is majlis. These arrows confuse me. Which ones? These arrows you mean? This is the example. Mal'ab and then maktabun, majlisun. The brackets, huh? Naam. Majlis. Jalasa yajlisu, majlis. He says قد جاء من يفعل المبنو لعين كلمات على مفعل بالكسر. Sometimes the bab nasara yansu can come on the pattern of maf'il, because we just now learned that for bab nasara it should be maf'al with a fatha, right? Obviously, but these guys are saying no. Sometimes what will happen? It can come with kasra also. For example, mashriqun, because it is sharaqa yashruqu mashriq. So these are exceptions, yeah. Very rare of them. Gharaba yaghrubu maghrib, not maghrab. That's how it became famous. Sajada yasjudu masjid, masjidun, the masjid. So you might think that, oh, we found three verbs, it has a dhamma, so it should be mashruq, maghrub, and masjud. No, they made it with a kasra. Sometimes it can happen. Qad ja'a, that's why he used qad. Right? Sometimes it would happen. So remember, these are the exceptions. Yeah, three exceptions he given. I don't have any other verb, but these are the three exceptions. أو كان مثالا صحيح الآخر نحو موقف. So if it is misal, also directly give a kasra all the time, whichever bab it is. Whichever bab it is, wada'a yada'u mawdi', not mawda'. Because you might say, oh, wada'a yada'u, dad has a fatha, so mawda'. No, because it is misal, directly give it a kasra. Don't think about the babs and so on. Mawqif. Min waqafa yaqifu, to stand, mawqif. And to stop, maybe a place of standing or stopping. Mawdi' wada yadahu, a place of putting something. Mawdi'. So two things are important. One for bab, fataha, nasara, samia, right? Karuma also. Karuma. All these four babs, you have to give a fatha. You have to give a fatha, except these three exceptions, maybe. Except these three exceptions. And also, if it is naqis, give a fatha. Right? These two are important. Naqis, always fatha. Misal, always kasra. If it is bab fataha, bab nasara, bab karuma yakrumu, bab sami'a yasma'u, what do? You give a dhamma. I mean, you give a fatha, maf'al pattern always. Always you make the ism makan aw zaman on the pattern of maf'al. As well as for naqis. If you see a weak letter at the end of the verb, always give a fatha. Mas'a, majra, majran, or mas'an, whatever. Second, when do you give a kasra? If it is bab daraba and bab hasiba, obviously. So these two babs, daraba yadribu, jalasa yajlisu, majlis. You give a kasra, and as well as misal. You don't look at misal babs, whichever misal it is. If you see a weak letter in the front, that's it. Give a kasra to the ismu makan and zaman. موضع. وقد تلحق مفعلا أو مفعلا ضرب and حسب يحسب. وقد تلحق. So it's easy. Ultimately, most of them will be with a fatha. Why? Because obviously they are the majority, right? Majority is with fatha. Maf'al pattern will be more because daraba and hasiba, just one bab. Yeah, and for misal also. So ultimately it will be more with maf'al pattern. Sometimes you can have a how tanis also, the ha of femininity also. Kama fi madrasatin. You can have a ta marbuta also. How tanis means ta marbuta. How tanis. They call it how tanis or tau tanis. It's the same thing. They call it ha because you don't pronounce it, right? When you stop madrasah. It's called how tanis or tau tanis. So madrasatin. You can add a female also. Ta marbuta. Ha marbuta also. Mahkamatin. Maktabatin. Library. Mahkama court. Manzilatin. A place. Manzil. Manzila. Descending place or something. It's house also we can use for manzil. So madrasa, mahkama, maktaba. You can madrasa, how darasa yadrusu. Now darasa yadrusu, bab nasara. I mean, you get a dhamma. So it should have been madrus, but we give it a fatah madras. And then you add a tamaruta madrasatun. Okay. So asma zaman wal makan min al af'al al atiya. Make ismu zaman and makan from the following verbs. Sa'a yas'a. How do you make it? This is naqis. So first case, not the second. It'll be sa'a is to walk or run or strive. Mas'a, naam. It'll be mas'a. Mas'an also we should say actually. Like qadin, this is also musan. Laha yalhu. A place of amusement. Laha yalhu is to amuse oneself. So amusement park or something. Mal, malhan, naam. Malhan, correct? All are naqis here. Rama yarmi, a place of throwing or something. Rama yarmi, to throw. Mar, marman, mim, nim. Marma, marma. Marma is used as a goal. Huh? The goal of yours. Where you shoot, no? Rama is to throw or to shoot or arrow shooting. So the goal is called marma. the place you shoot. Huh? Awa, awa ya'wi. Oh, show the key. Yeah, I'll show the key. Now, mas'an, malhan, marman, ma'awa. Awa ya'wi is to protect. Ma'wa. Ma'wa comes in the Quran a lot. Shelter. A place of protection. Ma'wa. Ma'wan. Ma'wan. And then nafa yanfi. Nafa yanfi is to exile someone or to deny someone. So, no, manfa. Manfan, not manfi. Manfa. It's a place of ismu zaman wa makan. It's not ismul maf'ul. Naam. Manfa. Manfa is a place of exile where you kick out someone from the country. That's what it means, I guess. Naam. Manfa. Next, laiba yalabu, to play. This is Bab Fataha again. Mal'ab, naam, playground. Ta'ima yat'amu, to eat. A place of eating. I have to show the answers, right? Mal'ab. Ta'ima yat'amu, mat'am. Mat'am, restaurant. Tabakha yatbukhu, to cook. Matbakh, yeah. Now we know how it was formed. Matbakh, kitchen. Qa'ada yaqudu, to sit. All up with a dhamma and fatha. Maq'ad, a place of sitting. Seat. Ijlis ala maq'adika, sit on your place. Maq'ad, seat. Haja'a yahja'u, haja'a yahja'u, to the side, to stay. Mahja'. What is mahja? We did it so many times. Mahja'un. In book 2 also. Mahja'. Dorms, yeah, dormitory. Hostel. Mahja. Anafi mahja is samin. I'm in the 8th hostel. In book 2 it came, yeah. Now, kana yakunu. For this thing, he didn't give a rule, but the alif comes back, huh? Kana yakunu makan. The word makan itself, huh? Kana is to be, or he was, he is. So the where the place he is, mu'jam. What verb is? I don't know the verb. Not everything is, I don't know if it is mu'jam, mu'jam, mu'jam. Now, so if it is ajwaf, right? Ajwaf, what you do is you just put the alif, right? You don't go back to the root letters, whatever. So kana yakunu makanun, a place, eh? Qama yaqumu, a place of standing. Maqam, maqamun, right? Maqam, makanun, maqamun. Tafa yatufu, mataf, eh? The place, the mataf, the mataf. And zara yazuru, to visit, a place of visiting. Mazar, naam, mazar. In Urdu, mazar is used for graves now. Eh? In Arabic also nowadays, because you keep on visiting that place. But mazar, a shrine, nowadays used. because people visit all the time. Marra yamurru, then you have hajja yahujju, huh? Muda'af. What you do is nothing. You just, mamar. Maf'al, maf'al. So instead of meme getting a sukoon, you give it a fatha because the following letters are sukoon anyways. Sukoon and double letters. So it'll become mamar. Alla yahullu, to shift. Mahal, a place. Mahal is place. To take someone's place. Halla yahullu is take someone's place. Mahal, Taj Mahal, a place. In Urdu, it became a palace. In Arabic, it's qasr. But in Persian, it is palace, I guess. Qarra yaqarru. Qarra yaqarru. What? Mahal, Taj Mahal, Taj Palace. Qarra yaqarru. To stay in some place. Qarra, I think. Qarra. Qarra yaqarru. Qarra yaqarru. Maqar. So maqar is a residence, a house or something. Or you can use it as headquarters. مقر. حط يحط. حط يحط. To land. Station, yeah. محطة. محط, but we added ta. حط is to land. Perch, a bird, perches, lands. محطة. محطة. حط. يحط is to settle, position something, huh? Landing. It also means to sit. Mahatta. You add a ta also. So it just depends on the, mahatta, railway station or something. Next, walada yalidu. These were all places, huh? Now he's teaching us, it could, yeah. Maulid. This could also be a place. But generally, Maulid is used for time. Maulid. Walada yalidu. Maulid. These are all misal. These are all misal. So you don't look at the babs anytime, you make it on the pattern of maf'il itself. Warada yaridu. Warada is to mention. So a place of mentioning. A mentioned place. Mawrid. Mawrid. Yeah, Mawrid. There's a Mawrid dictionary also. Waqafa yaqifu. To stand or to stop. So parking place. Mawqif. Mawqif is also used in Mawqif is, this is my position. In Sharia matters, huh? Like I believe so and so is halal. So hada mawqifi. This is my position. Wada'a yada'u, to put. Mawdi', place of putting. Mawdi', fi hada mawdi', in this position or in this place. نحن نتكلم عن شيء عن شيء. We'll speak about something something. So this place means, doesn't mean in this place. In this, taking this opportunity, something like Raja yazji'u, to return, a place of returning. Marja', marja'. Sarafa yasrifu. Sarafa is to exchange. So place of exchanging. Masrif. Sarafa also means to change, bank. Yeah, masrif is bank, where you exchange stuff. Sarafa also is the grammar term, sarf, where you change the endings in a verb and so on. Arada ya'aridu, to display, a place of display, exhibition. We had it in Arabia Benedict, exhibition. Ma'arid, naam. Jalasa yajlisu, Madrid, autocorrect. Naam, jalasa yajlisu, To sit. Majlis. Majlis. Okay. Naam. Okay. He gives some sentences, and we need to identify the ismu zaman and ismu makan following sentences, mentioning the pattern of each of them and the verb from which it has been derived. He gives Quran verses and so on and so on. Now, يقال, it is said, هو مني بمرء ومسمع أي بحيث أراه وأسمع كلامه. It is said, yeah, it is said, هو مني, he is from me, بمرء, ra'a yara, mar'a, a place of seeing or time of seeing, or masma, and a place of hearing. Hmm? He is with me, that means he can see me and he can hear me. I, that is, bihaythu arahu, right? Uh, which means from wherever I see him, wa asma'u kalama, I can hear his statement. That means I can see him and I can feel him. That is, I have my eyes on him. In English, we say, right? Huwa minni bimaran wa masma. That is, I can see him. Maybe that's what it means, yeah? Allahu Al. I have my eyes on him. I can hear him. That is, I'm very close to him. I'm observing him. So this is a proverb kind of. Huwa minni bimaran wa masma. Maybe he is also watching me. So I don't know if it's I'm watching him. You don't understand the meaning of this sentence. It means I'm closely monitoring him. He is from me in a seeing place and a listening place. So that means that I'm watching him closely and listening to all his things. I'm spying, maybe. That is, he's explaining the meaning of this proverb. This is a proverb kind of, huh? He's explaining that is, bihaisu arahu, from wherever I am, I can see him and listen to his kalamahu and his statement. Naam. So we can say, huwa minni bimaran wa masma. Arahu, I can see him and I can listen to his statement. So this means I am closely monitoring him. I have my eyes on him. Not literally, I have my eyes on him. You understand, right? Naam. Next we have قال تعالى إن موعدهم الصبح أليس الصبح بقريب. إن موعدهم الصبح. Verily, indeed, موعد, the appointed time. موعد is the اسم وعد يعيد. نعم. Here mara, ra'a, yara, and samia ismahu. Inna maw'id wa'ada ya'idu, because it is misal, it is kasra. Indeed, the appointed time, or yeah, it's time because subh is a time, right? Morning. Indeed, their appointed time is subh. Alaysa subhu bi kharib. Isn't that the morning is very close? Alaysa subhu bi kharib. Now, that is, so they should go very quickly. This is for Lut alayhi salam now. Alaysa sub. And laysa is laysa, ismu laysa. And khabar laysa with ba. Khabar laysa. Alaysa subhu bi kharib. Is it not the morning which is close? Huh? So the angels are saying, hurry, the morning is close and the destruction is upon them. Maw'id. وقال, and Allah says, لقد كان لسبأ في مسكنهم آية جنتان عن يمين وشمال. عن يمين وشمال. مسكن. نعم. لقد كان لسبأ. لقد, indeed, كان, was, لسبأ, for Saba. Saba is a group, right? A tribe, the Qawm Saba, the people of Saba. Fi maskanihim, in their houses, ayah, verses. Uh, a sign, here that means sign. Maskan is their houses, in their house, in the place of settlement, in the village, in the city, whatever. There was a sign for them. Why? Jannatani. They had two gardens, an yamin wa shimal, on their right and left. Jannatani an yamin wa shimal. So They had so many benefits and bounties of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Still they rejected. Surah Saba, verse number 15. Maskan. Maskan sakana yaskunu. You can see the answers. I'm sorry, I forgot to show. Masrif ma'arid and this mar'a maf'al and ra. Masma maf'al sami'a. Maw'id maf'il wa'ada. And maskan maf'al from sakana yaskunu. Maskan. Next. لقد كان مسكن مفعل and sakana yaskunu. قال قد علم كل أناس مشربهم. And every tribe or every people, insan plural is unas, or nas also some people say. So unas, I mean all the people in kullu unas, all of them knew them drinking place. Mashrab, shariba, yashrabu, mashrab, mafal pattern, shariba, yashrabu, mashrab, the place of drinking. This is, I think, of Surah Musa alayhi salam. The tribes they asked was Tasqa Musa. uh, when his people asked him, we want water and we don't have water. So Musa Islam, idrib bi asak al hajar. He hit the stone and 12 streams came out as a miracle. And qad alima kullu nasim mashrabahum. All of the people knew their drinking place. So it was divided. Like one tribe will go there and 12 tribes, 12 rivers, so that there should be no fighting and so on. وقال أليس في جهنم مثوى للكافرين. أليس في جهنم مثوى. In مثوى means I don't know what مثوى means. مثوى, place for the sawa yathwa, but maswa literally means refuge or maswa. أليس في جهنم maswa. Literally, I don't know what it means. Aya Ankabut Surah 29, 67. Ankabut 68. Abode, yeah. Abode, refuge. Naam. Refuge. Like ma'wa. Same thing like ma'wa. Mathwa. Same thing. Is hell not a fitting home for the disbelievers? Huh? The clear Quran gives the translation. Clear Quran. There's a new translation, right? Clear Quran. It's very good. The Quran.com website, people also change from Sahih International to Clear Quran. It's a more contextual translation. Mathwal lil kafirin. It's more, modern translation. وقال ما لكم من ملجأ يومئذ. Again, refuge. لجأ يلجأ. ملجأ. Malja is also a place of refuge. Ma'wa, mathwa, malja. Same thing. There'll be not a place of refuge on that day. So on the day of judgment, you cannot run away to some place. Oh, I'll go away and run away to some place. Yeah. Ma lakum min malja'in yawma'id. See, we learned min zaida, right? This is a negative sentence. So this min is min zaida. Because the sentence is ma lakum malja'un yawma'id. Yawma'id means that day, by the way. Yawmaidin, Hina that time, Yawmaidin, that day, and so many others are used, right? Idin. Uh, Anything else which is used? Hina I know uh, in statements. I don't know from the Quran, but Yawmaidin is used a lot. That day, that day, that day. Because Zalikal Yawm, Yawmaid. It's a mixture of two words. Idhan or something. It has a construction or something. So this is Malakum min. This is min Zaida, if you remember. Malakum min maljain. That means no sort of, it's like a stress, min zaida. And Abi Hurairata malja, laja yaljaw, malja is to seek refuge again. And Abi Hurairata radiallahu anhu, this is the hadith, anna Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam qal, that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, man qama min majlisihi thumma raja'a ilayhi fahuwa ahaqqu bihi. Man qama min majlisihi, whoever stood from his sitting place. Majlis, sitting place, right? So jalasa idlisu, majlis. Thumma raja. Then he comes back. إليه, to it. فهو أحق به, then he's more rightful to it. أحق أفعل, أحق. He's more, he has a more right to it. Right? So you're sitting in a group and Rawahu Muslim. This hadith is Muslim. So you're sitting in a group and you go to the some place, to the washroom or something in the masjid or some place, and someone else will quickly, take his place. Many times it'll happen. But that should not happen. He has a more right to it because he just went for some work. So when he comes back, he finds his seat has been taken. So that should not happen. All right, that's it. استخرج ما في الدرس من أسماء الزمان والمكان. So in the lesson, these came. مطعم, مصرف, bank, موقف, موعد, مدخل. Very easy lesson this was. مهجع, محطة, مطاف, مسعى, مكتب. نعم. That's it. So remember, for if you have a fatha or a ain maftuha or madmuma, make it maf'al. Or if it is second is if it is naqis, make it masa. All these things, yeah. And for jalasa yajlisu majlis, that is kasra. If it has ain is maksur. In two babs, daraba and hasiba. As well as if it is misal. Misal is very confusing because you might think, oh, wada'a yada'u mawda'. No, it is mawdi'. Whatever it is, give it a kasra. So we have vocabulary. Tahiyyatun, greeting. Tahiyyatun, mushtarikun, participant. Mushtarikuna. Rihlatun, tour, trip. Rihlatun. Masrif, bank, yeah, bank. Masarif, musta'idun. Hal anta musta'id? Are you ready? Musta'id. استعد يستعد مستعد, and we'll learn inshallah. Form 10, this is موقف السيارات, car park, مواقف. قطار is a train, plural is قطارات or قطر. خطور. محطة القطار, railway station. محطات القطار is a plural. الزحام, it should be kasra, I guess. زحام or maybe both are correct. زحام or زحام. It's a crowd or a traffic jam. زحام or زحام. I think in Arabic Benedict we learned ziham. Like shaqqa, shiqqa, both are fine. In Madina books, he says shiqqa, but in Albe Benedict, they say shaqqa, apartment, flat. Huh? Laha yalhu lahwan. This is very commonly used in the Quran. We have not created this world as an amusement. Huh? Lahwan is the masdar. Malha is the amusement park. Malha. Till lahwi. We have not created this in amusement. Laha yalhu. Lahu wal la'ib. Amuse and playing. Huh? Laja'a yalja'u, luju, and is the masdar. Luju, refuge, to take refuge. Huh? Awa ya'wi, ma'wa, or uwiyan is the masdar. Anyways, to seek refuge. Awa ya'wi. This is also very commonly used. Huh? Maybe not so much as laja yalja, because malja. But awa is used a lot. Ma'wa a lot. Ta'ima ta'amu ta'aman, to eat. Mat'am, restaurant. Haja'a yahja'u huju'an, to sleep. Mahja', to sleep. Haja is to sleep. Huh? I said to stay. They say to sleep. Huh? Mahja, dormitory. Restaurant. No, sir. Hostel. Haja yahja'u huju', to sleep, it says. Nada yunadi nidan, to call. This is again nada yunadi. So maf'al pattern, right? Manda. I don't know if it is used because it's form 3. We cannot make like that. Form 3 is not made like that. Munada is the one who's called. Ismul maf'ul it is. This is form 3. Generally, we make it only from 3-letter verbs, huh? Not from more than that. Ismu makan and ismu zaman is only made from 3 letters, from what I know. Sawa yasvi, to stay. Mathwa. It's not refuse, to stay. To stay. So many words for staying, no? Haja is also like staying. Sawa is also is like staying. Refuge also maybe something like staying, no? Awa ya'wi. Tafa. Sawa yasvi is to stay. Because sakana is also stay. Maskan. Yeah. طاف بالكعبة يطوف طوافا, to go around the Kaaba. سعى يسعى سعيا, to walk between Safa and Marwa. مسعى, huh? نفى ينفي نفيا, to banish, deport. And نفى ينفي نفيا, to banish someone, kick them out. نفيتك, I kicked you out. نفيتك من بيتي, I banished you from my house. So manfa, the place of banishment. عرض يعرض عرضا, to display, exhibit. معرض, exhibition. حط يحط, to take down a load. Oh, to take down a load. So mahatta is used. حط يحط, to remove the load. قر يقر, again to settle down, abide. See, قر is also like staying. مقر, مقر, residence, place of work, headquarters. So, maqarrun is so many things. A house, work, and headquarters also. Maqarr, to settle down, abide. Qarra yaqirru. You know, qarar. Qarar is in Urdu also is qarar. Yani, sukun. Iltaqa Bilalun wa Hamidun yaltaqi iltaqan, to meet, of course. Right? We learned this, right? Iltaqa yaltaqi iltaqan, to meet. Laqiya is also to meet. Huh? Laqiya yalqa. Laqituka, I met you. Iltaqaituka, I met you. This is form 8 anyways. Wajaba yajibu wujuban, to be necessary. Yajibu an tazhaba, you must go. Yassarra yassara yuyassiru taysiran. This is form 2. To facilitate, make difficult task. Muyassirun, one who facilitates. Muyassir. Wallahul muyassir. Allah is the one who makes it easy. Now, this is what we learn. Next lesson we'll go into, ismul alats, nouns of instruments. These are all mushtaqat, by the way. What are we learning as? Mushtaqat from the verbs. I mean, from verbs, we are removing some nouns. Ismul fa'il, ismul maf'ul, ismu zaman, ismu makan, ismul ala, nouns of instrument. He doesn't teach sifatul mushabba in this book, but that's also removed from that. Sifatul mushabba is nothing but, you know, Kareem, he's noble. It's like an adjective. And ismu tafdeel also we learned, right? Akramu, ajmalu, jamil. It's just a little tricky. That's why he doesn't teach in this book. Because, like, I want to say Zaid, his brother is a killer. So, in Arabic, you do like this: Zaid, his brother is a killer. Weird sentence in English, but that's how they do. Zaid qatilun akhuhu. This is a weird sentence, no? Zaid qatilun akhuhu. So Zaid, his in English we don't say that, so it might sound. They have several verses like that. Like in the Quran, Allah says, "Mukhtalifun, mukhtalifun alwanuhu." It's called Naat Nisbi. There's Naat Haqiqi, an adjective which goes behind, which explains, and something which goes ahead is called Nisbi or Nisba or something. So Mukhtalifun Alwanuhu. So how do you do this? You say Zaid Mubtada. Qatil is Ismul Fa'il. It's a sifa, it's an adjective. And every sifa, be it Ismu Fa'il, Ismu Maf'ul, and all this will require a fa'il. So this is the file of this. This is the file of this. So you might get, oh, why is this a file? It's not a verb. Brother of the murderer. Yeah. Zaid, his brother is a murderer. That's what you want to say. That means Zaid's brother is a murderer. Like Allah says, Mukhtalifun alwanuhu. It's different. What is different? Its colors are different. The fruits, yeah. And all the way, another verse is Rabbana akhrijna min hadhihi al-qaryati al-zalimi. Al-zalimi ahluha. They'll make dua, Rabbana akhrijna. Remove us from this village, al-zalim. So you might think, oh, this is the adjective of the village. which is oppressive. No, it's not, because if it is the adjective of village, it should be zalima. So what is this zalimi doing then? It is oppressive. What is oppressive? Ahluha. Its people is oppressive. The people. So a zalim, this is the file of the zalim. So remember, I mean, it's not necessary. This is just advanced stuff. I just learned this on this teach. Now, so it's just advanced stuff. I just understood it because I never used to understand this. I just understood that whenever you see a ismul file, they say ana jalisun. If I say I'm sitting, there's a file hidden here. Okay, there's a file hidden here. So I can say ana jalisun. Huwa jalisun. Maybe huwa is more correct. Or Zaidun jalisun. Abuhu. Zaid, his father is sitting. This is, this is how they use it. And it's very common. I mean, not very common, but you find a lot of verses like this. مختلف ألوانه ربنا أخرجنا من هذه القرية الظالم أهلها. Its people are oppressive. So Zaid is not sitting here. Zaid, comma, his father is sitting. Now, so it's just, advanced stuff. I should not teach advanced stuff. But we are learning Ismul Alat in the second lesson, what I want to say. Ismul Alat, there's no reason. Because it's just Bab, it becomes this. No. They have 2-3 forms, they make it like that. There's no reason at all. Right? Mif'al, mif'al. Remember, in this lesson, we learned maf'il with a fatha, maf'il and maf'al. Now we learn mif'al and mif'alatun. Like kanasa yaknusu, miknasatun, broom. Fataha yaftahu, miftahun, mif'al pattern. Why they did mif'al now? There's no reason as such. I mean, we don't know the reason in this book, right? It's just the way they made it. There's no reason why. And all this broom and miqlaqatun, miqlatun, pan, qala yaqlis to fry something. So miqlatun, frying pan. So all this me will come in this lesson. Inshallah, we'll do this next class. Next class. Barakallahu fi. Jazakallahu khairan. This is all me because many people get confused with this me and ma. They think maf'al is ismu alat. When we do this lesson, people will get confused. So I don't want you to. It's all me now. It's all mif'al, mif'al, mif'alatun. 3 patterns, right? In this lesson, ismul alat, nouns of instrument. Inshallah. Jazakallahu khairan. Barakallahu feekum. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وصلى الله على نبينا محمد سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك السلام عليكم ورحمة الله